In the middle of the discussion of House Bill 21, English as the official language. You're a Republican, a declared Republican, and yet I just witnessed you speaking on the Democratic side. Can you tell me why you left your party's position to do that?
Well, I think of myself as a Republican strictly on the basis of what the government funds and where government funds go to, and everything other than that I'm quite liberal on. So English as the official language I don't think takes precedent over you know, what kind of money that's gonna spend, and I'm more liberal on human rights issues, but when it comes to the federal budget, I'd probably be a Republican. So,
how did you talk to your other party members about this bill? Did you try and convince them to see your position?
Well, in all the caucuses, we basically just did a voice vote on, real quick, on all the bills and what we were going to vote on. I didn't see that as a time to state my opinion because, of course, I'd be the minority in you know, almost in an all Republican caucus, and I spoke my mind on the collaborative notebook, and I felt that I was heard, and I got some responses, some positive, some negative, but I feel that it's all about what you believe in, and you can't let your party dictate how you're going to vote and what you're going to say on each bill.
Have you done some lobbying outside of class to try and persuade people to see your point of view?
Yeah, you're always getting little discussions in the hall or in unscheduled and stuff like that. It's just the way it goes. You're just talking about the legislative session like the whole time, pretty much.
Well, I'll let you get back to work. It looks like a vote is imminent.
All right, thanks.
We've just finished the vote on House Bill 21, and I am with Representative Kovacs, head whip of the Democratic Party. Can you tell me how the discussion went on this bill?
We actually extended the time by, I think, a total of 12 minutes because both sides wanted to say a lot on this bill. It's basically split. Republicans all feel one way and Democrats all feel one way. I think we had one Democrat on the Republican side, but besides that, it's basically split by the party line. A lot of the Democrats are saying that, you know, it's unconstitutional, that our country is America, that we flourish because we have all these languages. And the Republicans were saying that a way to unite the country would be to have one language, that would be the best way to get things done both in the government and other things that would unite the country by English. So they were just really two very different views. Most of the Republicans went with the party line and most of the Democrats went with their party line.
Do you think there's a way in the future to do that, to encourage discussion between parties, or is this just a fact of life and politics?
It might just be a fact of life and politics, but I would also like, maybe there'd be a way to, if they have a point of information, it wouldn't take away from their minute 30 seconds that they're speaking on their speech, because a lot of them want that full minute 30 seconds on their speech. So, and I have no idea what just happened.
The bill just came in.
Passed? Okay.
Are you disappointed?
A little bit, yes. I am disappointed a little bit, just because I would have to agree with my party line definitely on this one. Just that I think English is a good asset to it, and we should promote the English language, but we shouldn't force it on anyone that is coming over here for an opportunity. They have a job to look for. They have, you know, a family to raise on. Obviously, not a lot of money if they've come over here in the first place. So, I mean, I would advocate learning the language, but not having them pay for it, not having them forced on them. So, personally, I'm a little disappointed. It kind of seems a little conceited of us to say that you have to learn this language. But, you know.
Was it total party lines? The vote was 82 to 55.
I think that's right about even, yeah. Yeah, Democrats are pretty outnumbered.
Representative Miller during the debate on House Bill 22A. Representative Miller, you spoke from the Republican side of the aisle in favor of a Democratic bill. Can you explain?
Well, I just feel that the farm workers deserve the same pay as everyone else in America deserves. If I was a teenager farm worker who was out making money, I would want as much as everyone else wants. And I'm personally glad there's a minimum wage, so I actually got paid something with my first job.
This is not a typical Republican position. How have your fellow Republicans been responding to your liberal views?
Well, I don't know if they're liberal. I would prefer to say they were correct. But, yeah, you know, the normal name calling, communist, liberal. But they're a little hard-headed and they like calling people names. So
When you put your position up on the spectrum in the classroom, have you found yourself going to the left from the position you originally held?
from the position I originally held, yes, though I still think I'm slightly on the right side.
What do you think accounts for that change?
I think I actually became a little more open-minded and didn't decide to go with the party line every time.
Hi, we've just finished speaking on the House floor about improving the farm workers' rights bill. I have with me Representative Godoy and Representative Rodriguez, who are active supporters of this bill. Do you think this bill really defines what it is to be a Republican and what it is to be a Democrat?
I think that could be true. I do think that it's interesting that Republicans would have had a chance to show their party line here as well, because they're always saying people should get a job. So these people have a job, but it's not a very good one, and now they're saying to get another one. And it just seems kind of funny that they'd go against what they traditionally say and say not only should people have a job, but they should have a better one.
Is it real hard to separate your feelings as a person from your role as legislator?
Yeah, I think it is hard because, like me, I researched this issue like a lot, like for my junior paper, and it was just very sad to see that it's my people that are being abused almost because they're paid so low, and it just makes me sad that the Republicans just they just vote like just to not pass, it because it's Democratic, I mean, they all stick together, and I mean, some people just vote to be with their committee, not what they really believe, and if they see how it is, how bad it is, I think they would change their minds.
Do you think there's any strategy that you could have developed that would have helped them see the issue here and not stick along party lines, or how would you have done things differently?
I think I would have probably spent more time in my opening remarks responding to the things that people had said earlier about this bill, responding to the things about how so many of these people are here illegally and they don't deserve our help. There are a lot of remarks that I had to respond to those, and I didn't say them in my opening remarks, and I didn't have time to get to them in the closing remarks. And I think if I had left more time to get to those things, we might have seen a different result.